Greetings, royal family. It's Greenleaf review time. Thanks for clicking on the video. Be sure to like the video. Be sure to drop your comments. Share the video. I certainly do not mind. Let's just get straight into it. Lord, who is going up yonder? Well, it certainly ain't AJ. So this is the opening scene. AJ is getting ready to be discharged. Did anybody else notice that doctor was being real snappy with Grace? What is up with that? Don't tell me Bob Whitmore has affiliations with the hospital and the doctors too. It's like he owns everything, right? And where is Bob Whitmore? Somewhere doing his witchcraft, probably. Anyway, so AJ is being discharged from the hospital and he has two options. He can go home or with either Grace or Noah, or he can go to an inpatient facility or outpatient facility. Inpatient, it wouldn't be outpatient. Anyway, he can go to a facility for a few weeks to be rehabilitated of sorts, get counseling, treatment, yada, yada, being that he attempted to commit suicide. He decides that he wants to go home. However, he wants to go home with Noah. Noah, who he doesn't know. Noah looked like a deer in headlights when AJ said that, and it's like, you wanted to be a family man, Noah, right? So there you have it. Now, Noah does live with his mother. I'm assuming his mother, obviously she's older, right? We don't know if his mother is a spry elderly woman or if she is dependent on Noah, if so, I wonder what type of shenanigans is it that AJ will pull while living with Noah and his other grandmother. So there goes Noah's plans of getting back with Grace. I just think that AJ might give him a run for his money. At first I thought it was to spite Grace. Then I thought, well, maybe he doesn't want to be at the Greenleaf house because there is a lot going on over there. Okay, the block is hot over at Casa de Greenleaf. I don't know. I still don't trust AJ. I don't trust him at all. So this will be interesting to see what happens with AJ and Noah. There's only 4 more episodes left. So I don't know if this means AJ is just going to go away and his storyline that's it. Because we know what happened when Noah went away. We didn't see him again until seasons, plural, later. So is this how AJ's story is going to end? No, we need more. We need more information. But anyway, Grace has to let go, They go home and she's just letting Noah know, like, look, you have to make sure you contact these doctors. And AJ overhears them talking and he says, see, this is why I didn't want to say anything to you. I told you to shut up about it. Now, mind you, he's standing on the stairs in Grace's parents' house telling her to shut up about it. Like, Grace has been nothing but kind and gracious to this boy. You know what I mean? Granted, he is her son. Yes, she gave him up for adoption. So, of course, Grace is leading with guilt. She feels guilty, and he helps her feel guilty. But he just annoyed me. I was happy for his departure. So, AJ only came home to gather his things. So, he's gathering up his stuff, and Grace sits down to talk to him, and he says that he'll be fine. I think he told her thank you. And then as he was leaving abruptly, he came back and he gave Grace a kiss on her head before he left. And you could see that Grace was filled with so much emotion because I think that was the first time that he actually showed her some affection, without her initiating a hug or initiating a conversation. So she realizes at that moment, I wonder, he's grateful. He recognizes all that I've done. Grace done lied to the police for this fool. Let me stop calling Grace's son a fool. Anyway, so she realizes, you know what? I got to let him go. And of course, Grace is really upset about that. She ends up going outside and she sees Bishop, her father, outside. The two are outside. Now, Bishop, this was after Bishop came from talking to Tara. I'm not going in order of the episode, so just bear with me. He picked up barbecue for the family. Anyway, he gave Grace some wise words because Grace feels bad that AJ does not want to stay at the house. She feels like she's losing him. So he brought up how Gigi went away and came back after 20 years, which is true. Gigi left and she came back to bury her sister. There was a 20-year time frame in between her departure and her return, right? And Bishop says to her, leave some room for God to move. And I said to myself, man, he's such a wise man. And this is just a character. He's so wise. So that helped put Grace at ease. But this better not be the way that AJ's story ends, because that would be totally whack. There are so many unanswered questions. Who is the AJ lookalike that visited Grace in the last episode of season 4 titled Gratitude? Who is that? All right, let's move it along. So we move on to Charity and Grace, right? So Charity is in Lord, poor Charity. Charity is fighting for her life, you know, trying to keep up this image and fighting for this AP position. And Judy is embarrassing her, and Phil is not saying nothing, and Grace is at Harmony and Hope, and she overhears this conversation. Now Charity is sticking up for herself, and she's reading Judy down for Phil. But it's just a whole bunch of back and forth. And Charity is just a mess. You know, she's making it look one way to her family, but Grace saw firsthand how Charity is being treated. And again, she stuck up for herself. So after that little meeting that they had, Grace says to her, hey, look, you know, who is such and such? And Charity was like, that's Phil's mother. And apparently Darius is giving Grace some information while he's away in Vegas, gathering information on this Edenvale lending, you know, drop that he got. Anyway, or tip, I should say. So Charity lets Grace know, look, you know, she's been dead. What's this all? She's dead. Phil's mother's been dead for some time. What's this all about? I don't know why Grace decided to do this, but Grace says, I think I may have a way to stop the demolition of the church come Tuesday. God. At first, Charity's like, no, you know, because I'm AP of Harmony and Hope. I don't know. Who told Charity that she's assistant pastor or associate pastor at Harmony? No, you're not, girl. You technically are not. Anyway. So Grace was able to get some information from Charity. She revealed Phil's father's name and where he's located and gave her a little bit of information. So Grace used that information. She was able to get a hold of Phil's father. Thanks, Charity. You're doing something. Anyway, so Grace asked one too many incorrect questions when she called Phil's father. He goes by the name of Yasim Shabazz or something like that. He changed his name, and she called him. He looked like he was playing chess outdoors with some associates. And she says, hey, you know, hi, my name is Grace Greenleaf. And he's like, what are you, some reporter? And she says, no, actually, I used to be a pastor. He said, that's strike one. Because remember, we don't know his story. He doesn't know Grace. He ain't got to answer no questions. And if he has no relationship with his son Phil, that means that there has to be some bad blood with Bob Whitmore and this man. So he don't want to hear about nobody being a pastor. Grace decided to ask him, okay, you know, your wife, he said, my ex-wife, and she's dead. That was strike two. Okay. Then Grace brings up Phil, which is his son he has nothing to do with, according to Charity. He said that's strike three. He hangs up the phone. Now, I'm looking forward to that plot unfolding, because I wonder what he has to do with Bob Whitmore, why he doesn't talk to Phil. Did Phil sell out his own father? Like, what's that about? Maybe they'll save that for the spinoff. We don't know. And where is Darius? I kind of miss him. He better come back with some useful information. Anyway, let's move it along. So Lady May and Bishop and Jacob are sitting down, and as you can see, Bishop is quite upset, you know, because Jacob then went to go see Tara, who was Rochelle 2.0, and brought up this information about, you know, the will. All this will stuff is coming up. So Bishop feels like, what would possess you to think that I would kill somebody? Jacob's like, I don't know, Pops. You know, I did it to get back at Carissa. You know, she's hanging this will over his head. Lady May is hot, okay? She is tired of all of her kids. All her kids are driving her crazy, and she is unraveling because I think Lady May is afraid of what is going to come out. They all got secrets, but I think Lady May got more secrets than the law allows. And come hella high water, she's going to fight to keep some of those secrets in her pretty little box. So anyway, Lady May is giving it to Jacob, and Jacob's like, Pop, I didn't tell you because I didn't want you to act like this. So Aaron was supposed to be coming over, which is Grace's half brother. That secret is going to come out soon, to the rest of the family anyway. He is going to look over the will to see what they can do, right? Lady May is guilty as sin. She is unraveling because all of her best kept secrets, like I said, are coming to the light, and she's losing her mind. Here's my theory. I think that Lady May was the one that called Daryl James to have him come down to that church the night of the church fire, and so that he could die, right? And Lady May could get that house. I think that she was involved with having Mac alter the will and come up with a new will, because remember, the new will that supersedes the old one, right? The old one that Carissa got chlamydia for, was found in Mac's storage bin, right? Inside his fishing box. So I think that Mac was the one to alter. Ooh, you know what? I just had a thought. You see, Mac is Lady May's brother, y'all. I feel like I'm on the phone with y'all. What? Mac has a copy of that will. What if Mac was using that will as a bargaining tool with Lady May? Oh my gosh. You guys remember when Lady May didn't want to talk about the fact that Faith was being sexually abused by Mac? Ooh, wickedness. What if Lady May knew that Mac was abusing Faith because he had her secrets too, and she wanted to keep some of these things under? Let me tell you something. I think we are in for a rude awakening, and I think that a lot of things are going to come out about Lady May that's going to have us looking at her like, you know what I'm saying? And she might be getting what's coming to her, honey. And as much as we love her, her sharp tongue and her sass and her class and, her etiquette, I think that she is a treacherous, treacherous woman with many secrets. Lord have mercy. I can't even take it. Anyway, but another thing is, oh gosh, I'm sorry. That just came to mind. That wasn't even in my notes. Either way, Mac and Lady May, I think, is responsible for a lot of mess, and it is going to come out. And I think that May has benefited a lot from her brother's wicked ways. And now the chickens are coming home to roost. Let's move on to Carissa. That's sick. And it sounds crazy, but there's a lot of families that turned a blind eye to a lot of things because it benefits them in some way, shape, or form. Carissa. Let's move on to Carissa, right? Now, actually, no. Let's double it back. Lady May had a conversation with Jacob. So this is her screaming at Jacob. She had a conversation with Jacob, and she's just like, no, wait. Who had the conversation? Anyway, let me stick to my issues. Sorry, y'all. Take me as I am. I ain't perfect, and I'm not trying to be. Let's go on to Carissa, like I have in my notes, right? So she all of a sudden, she no longer wants a divorce, right? She tells Lady May, look, I don't want to divorce Jacob. And Lady May initially went into Carissa's quarters that she's not paying for, living rent free, okay? To tell Carissa that she wants her out of there. You hanging this will over my son's head, you drudging up all of this mess, you gotta go. So of course, I'm pretty sure all of you were cheering as she was attempting to give Carissa the boot. Well, as Lady May was walking out the door, Carissa says to her, I cheated. I don't really want to divorce Jacob. I cheated one time and he can't forgive me. After all of the times that he's cheated, I said, oh no. Lady May decides to take a seat and listen to what Carissa has to say. She had a change of heart. And I said, she proceeds to tell this man's mother all the women that he cheated with. And you could see the guilt overtake Lady May for her own personal indiscretions. Remember now, she cheated on Bishop and had Grace with Lionel. That's why Aaron and Gigi are brother and sister. So May says, I'll talk to him, and I'll talk to him. Don't worry about it. So I'm saying to myself, wait a minute. So Carissa can still stay there? What the heck is going on here? She's got to go. But of course, Carissa left out some pertinent information. She did not tell Lady May that not only did she contract an STI and bring it back home to her husband, she was also sleeping with the enemy. That's how she got the will. But Lady May's no fool. She's keeping her enemies close. So Lady May decides to go and talk to Jacob. She's screaming at him, telling him, how dare you? She cheated one time, this, that, and the third. It didn't work. She tried to convince Jacob to make nice with Carissa. It didn't work. See, Lady May, she's afraid of what Carissa may know. And May knows that an angry Carissa will seek revenge, and May's bitterness will be exposed. Again, May is on the edge because of what could be revealed. So guilt again. Guilt. That seems to be the recurring theme in this episode. Jacob is sitting there listening to her, whatever, and he was like, Ma, you never did anything like that. Like he's listening to her. But listen, Jacob ends up standing up for himself, and he wants out of the marriage. Carissa is a lunatic. She's talking to Jacob, and she stood in front of Jacob and told him how to apologize to her. This girl slept with the enemy and has the audacity to ask May to speak with her son. Any other time, Carissa doesn't want Lady May in her marriage whatsoever. She even talks down to Jacob. Oh, you're going to get your mommy. You're going to get your mommy involved. Why do you have to get your mother involved? But now all of a sudden you want May to go talk to Jacob. You want her to interfere in your marriage now. Ugh, Carissa gets on my nerves. Jacob is just standing there. He's like, he didn't apologize. He didn't say nothing. So Carissa, she then says, you know what? I want a divorce. Good. Jacob is over it, and so are we. See, Carissa's problem is she felt that she was entitled to everything that she sees Lady May, have. The first lady, the big house, the clothes, the cars. This is why she used to always push Jacob to get from under his parents' mentorship and get his own church. He didn't inherit Calvary, so she pushed him to get his own church, and she thought that she was going to be living high off the hog. Didn't work out that way. Anyway, let's move on to Charity. So Charity is still holding on to this illusion that she is going to be the AP for Harmony and Hope. Like, I just don't understand. Like, how can she be this naive? Like, the signs are right in front of you, girl. Anyway, she takes every opportunity to remind Phil of what he ain't gonna get a taste of no more. It's just overdone, girl. If he wanted you, he would have been with you. But I think he still loves her, but he loves his title, his career more. Judy ends up walking into Charity's office and fires her because she had a conversation with Connie. Phil, he tried to reprimand Charity, and Charity says to him, you can't fire me because I quit. Charity also let out that come Tuesday, the plans to tear down the church might take a turn. Not in those exact words. And this, I said to myself, oh my God, this is why Grace shouldn't have said anything to her, because you say something like that to Phil, he is going to try to find a way to figure out what Charity was talking about, number one, and stop whatever plans it is that Grace has to prevent the church from being demolished. Charity is so annoying. What happened to the plan that Charity had? Didn't Charity say, Mama, did it ever occur to you that I have a plan? And Lady May said, no. What's your plan, Charity? We move on to see Judy and and Phil. So Judy and Phil were chilling, and, she's trying to, massage him. He's just not feeling it whatsoever. She's like, everything's going to be okay. Now, during this interaction, Phil mentioned to Judy that he's pondering what Charity was talking about, because the way she said something about, come Tuesday or soon, the plans will be thwarted. It's got him thinking something. as if, Charity has something in the works. Now, this is why Grace should never said anything. So Judy, she was unbothered, and she got down on her knees or whatever, and she wanted to give Phil, a little bit of mouth ministry, and he basically rebuked her. He said no. So she tried to proceed. He said, I said no. He didn't want any of her mouth ministry at all. Judy is so annoying. And we're going to see her fall hard. I could tell because of how annoying she is. Anyway, did you guys catch that he called her Charity by accident? He said, Charity, stop, or Charity, no. And why are they so extra? Did they have to make the sound of his zipper unzipping so loud? I was laughing about that for like a good 5 to 10 minutes. Another question. How many of you guys feel that if Phil was to profess his love to Charity, she would take him back? She's so ridiculous. Moving along to Bishop. Oh, my Bishop. Smooth operator. So Bishop goes to the other side of town to see about Tara, a.k.a. Rochelle 2.0, this character. And she's acting all stunned that another Greenleaf is at her door. She was all, oh, girl, please. So Bishop tells her that he was not the one that called her father, Daryl James, to come to the church the night that he died. He said it might have been Mac. He doesn't know, Bishop also tells this woman about the will and says that he just wants peace, because she's wondering, why the heck are you telling me this information? He says, I just want peace. I said to myself, no, Bishop, no, you're not supposed to tell her about the revised will. And why would you tell her that the house was supposed to go to Daryl James, but Mac changed the will? See, this is why Lady May was, she's on edge. She's afraid that this information is going to come out, because I still hold true to my theory. I think Lady May was the one that called Daryl James down to that church house and had him set up, because I don't know if you guys remember, Bishop admitted in season maybe 1 or 2, I don't remember what season it was, but he basically admitted that he and Mac came up with the idea to burn down the church for insurance money. But Daryl, no one was supposed to be there. He had no idea. So of course, Lady May is privy to this information that they're going to burn the church down for insurance money. So why not, I could get a house out of this. I think Lady May had a lot more to do with this than we think. And then Bishop decides to make a deal with the devil. He says, is there anything that I could do? What could I do to make this up? Now, he wants peace so bad. Is it because he's going to die and he just wants to make peace with his, quote, enemies? Gosh. Why is it that Bishop and Jacob are so trusting with these Jameses and skanks? Basie, Tasha, and now this Rochelle lookalike Tara. Why are they so trusting of them? May was against him going to talk to her, but he felt that he could handle it. May was like, I don't think you should go, and what are you doing? And he says, look, if I could handle Basie holding a loaded gun to my chest to kill me, then if I could talk him out of killing me, then I could handle Tara. So while the family was gathering at the dining room table, you see Lady May. I said, wait a minute, it's a dining room table scene. What's gonna go down? Everybody's there. What's gonna go down? Anyway, Charity, she walks in and tells the family that she quit H&H. Lying, you got fired. You didn't quit. You just want to make yourself look good, because if she would have told her mother that she got fired, her mother would have had a field day. Okay. Jacob, he's going through with divorcing Carissa. He tells his mother, look, I just couldn't do it. I want out. It's over with. She made it a point to tell him, you make sure that whatever you do, your son has a strong relationship with you, because you are his father. I think Lady May is getting ready to tell the rest of the family that Grace is not Bishop's father. That's just my theory. Anyway, Carissa comes down. She tells Carissa to hush her mouth because Carissa had something to say. And she says, this was all brought on because of you. Bishop says that I plan on holding Sunday service. He's excited, he got the barbecue. Everybody's hungry. Bishop says that he plans on holding Sunday service at the house and wants Lady May to preach. Grace, she's sitting there. She seems at ease that AJ is with Noah. And when Bishop was headed into the kitchen to get more sauce for the barbecue, they were all about to, sit down and eat. I thought that he was going to like die or pass out or something. I got a little nervous. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the Temptations movie. When Blue went into the kitchen, he died, didn't come out. Oh, Blue. Anyway. So he gets a call from Tara, who wants to have a second meeting to discuss the house. He agrees to. But Lady Mae, I could feel the fire. I could feel the fire raging inside of her. Let me tell you something. Mae is ready to fight for what she feels is hers. So you see next week, Lady Mae is screaming about some secret that she's been keeping for 40 years. Like I said, you guys know I feel like she has something to do with Daryl being killed. And she might also reveal the secret about Grace. I wonder if Mae was messing with Daryl. And one of the other kids may not be Bishop's as well, just like Grace. Listen, Lady Mae is scandalous. She is scandalous. And then we also see Lady Mae paying Tara a visit with an envelope. So she is basically probably going down there to make an offer to her so that she keeps her mouth shut. Lady Mae is not coming out of that house without a fight. It's not happening. It's hers. She feels entitled to it. She done worked hard for it. So this should be definitely interesting. So drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. I didn't go in order because I didn't want to. So for those of you who saw the episode, it should have been easy for you to follow along. For those of you who didn't see the episode, I am sorry. I apologize. But like the video if you enjoyed the commentary. Tell me what your theories are. Do you agree with me that Lady Mae has something to do with Daryl getting killed? 1. 2, what do you think Lady Mae is going to say to Tara when she goes down to that community center in the hood? Ooh, Lady Mae is scandalous. We love her character, but she is scandalous. I think that she has the most secrets. And again, she is unraveling because those secrets are coming out. Royal family, I'm gone. Can't wait to read your comments. Until next time, peace.